Alright, guys. Well, yesterday we found out about Astrea's new awesome style that actually made a game surprisingly competitive between him and the world champion Team Liquid's Clem. I wasn't planning to cast any more of these games, but people told me, mate, you barely scratched the surface. Apparently, the next game in the series is even better. So you know what? Let's actually turn the scoreboard on. Clem is up 1-0 after defending against what is essentially... He went Phoenix Colossus in the first game, but I don't think that was special, right? The special thing was the mid-game. Once he added Storm, he spread High Templar more than High Templar have ever been spread before. We are talking about a spready to the gods. We are talking about 16 High Templar spread across the map, all unhotkeyed, scattered. And we're talking about cannons and batteries going everywhere, even forward on the map, little emplacements, little strong points everywhere with Storm just everywhere, and then adding Tempests. Now, if we think about that last game that we watched, Astrea forgot about his mothership, just sat in a corner for the whole game. In the mid-game, he wasn't really able to jump on top of like any clumps of Clem's bio, so even when he landed at Storm, Clem was often able to just run away, heal up, and come back without losing too many units. And he was able to still kind of pressure both sides of the map, get up to 13 orbital command centers, go Ghost, Lib, Viking, and start nuking the heck out of Astrea. So what is Astrea's answer going to be now? He's down a game. I'm assuming he plays the same style since people told me, oh, you gotta watch the next game. You gotta watch the next game, apparently. Let's check it out. Let's go take a look. So he's going to be going for a no scout build, which I do love. Nexus before Cybercore. I think this was 19 Nexus, 19 Cybercore, which is incredibly safe because you still get your Adept out very early. Only thing is, obviously, you don't have any scouting. If you're getting like double proxy marauded or something, that's a problem. You're playing Clem. Number one, he barely all-ins. Number two, not only does he barely all-in, I'll move myself over here so I'm blocking less of the overlay. You're down a game against the world champion. You should probably flip some coins and take some risks to get advantages wherever possible, right? That's just good StarCraft. Knowing where you are in the matchup and being willing to take risks against someone who is a big favorite. So Command Center goes down. It's a double gas build. He's pulled 3 workers off gas, has Clem. He's got double Reaper into... We're going to go Hellion or Tech Lab? Yeah. So 2 Reaper, Hellion pressure to start. Up against what is going to be an Adept Stalker Twilight Council opening. Very conservative opening this time around for Astrea. I imagine he probably goes Sentry next, but he might just skip Sentry entirely and play more of a classic style. Oh my lord. Chat. Oh my gosh, we are casting this one live on stream. We were talking about the spread of High Templar, the spready to the gods. And someone... No, not the goatsy of High Templar spreads. Bad Twitch chat. Bad. Naughty. Okay, nice. Oh, I like the recall. He wants to save the Adept. Didn't want to trade it for the SCV. Saves the Adept because he knows if he loses that, he's in big trouble. He's just started a 3rd gateway unit. He's got a battery in the main, but no battery in the natural. The Adept's going to try to go out and see if it can maybe land a hit on the Reaper. Problem is, that means it will lose its shield regen. Oh, this is bad for Astrea right now. These probes are so exposed. Then again, it's only 2 Reaper and a Hellion, and they do go towards the main. Oh, it's a bit of a feint, is it? Clem goes back, doubles back. He's going to lose the Reaper by the looks of it. Dude, his Reaper micro is so good. Trading a Reaper for an Adept is really good. That guy survives on 1 hit point. Ooh, when he gets out of there. No, that's not a fan site for Serral, guys. Don't Google it. Bad Twitch chat. Yes, I know Serral's the goat. No, we're not getting sidetracked. 2 Marines and 2 Widow Mines are on the way. There's a Liberator building. Factories up. Okay, so this is like straight up Terran play. He's going to apply some heavy pressure, and then he's just going to go up to 3 racks behind it. This is very much the Clem way of playing StarCraft. Just stay in his opponent's face. Don't give Astrea any room. Now, Astrea's going 4 gases, which tells us Astrea wants to play Storm. He could play Quick Colossus technically, but he would have already had his Robo started. Now the Hellion does go down. Widowmine's going to come in. Luckily, there's a Shield Battery here. Just kidding, guys. Shield Battery obviously does not stop the Widowmines from doing damage. And he gets a Stalker and a Probe, which is decent, but of course the Widowmine will get taken out. And most importantly, Astrea gets to return to mining. Problem is, it's been so panicky and busy, Astrea's forgotten his next pylon. And it needs to go down right now, or he's going to be supply blocked. He also doesn't know what the build he's playing against is, so he's like, oh god, make Sentry fill with energy and go for a Hallucination Scout, which he's going to finally do. And as I said, he's completely forgotten about that pylon. Pylon. Ah, it's very late. Okay, it does go down now, but he's already supply blocked on his natural. Luckily, he's fully saturated on 2 mineral lines, so he's only losing army production right now and future, you know, worker production for the third base, but not for the natural. Oh, almost gets rid of the drop. He could actually have blinked after that if he wanted to. He's going to blink to dodge, does take out the Widow Mine. Nicely done. Liberator comes in, but he's got a Stalker on the edge. Sees it early, but doesn't see it early, if you know what I'm talking about. He has vision, but I don't think Astrea has seen this, and that's a problem. Because with the shield battery, Stalkers can tank the lib shots pretty well. And now the lib kind of gets to safety. Doesn't blink over there in time to get any damage either. Meanwhile, second and third barracks going down in the tech lab. So we've got stim, shields on the way. We'll get the double reactor for the mines and the mines over there and the medevacs over there. Engineering base should be producing at this point a +1 upgrade, but he didn't quite have the gas. Clem's, he knows he needs it. There we go. +1 finally starting at 5.5 minutes. Now, with the third coming up, Astrea's going to have Stalker Storm. Really solid setup. Leaves a few Stalkers in the back. He's up on, is it 3? 3 gates going to 5 gateways. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Forge go down next. I think if he delays the Forge much longer, he will be trailing on upgrades quite a lot in this game. And this is kind of like, okay, I'm going to open safe, relatively standard, get 4 Stalkers on the front, enough to one-shot Marines if he moves out. And Clem's going to go for, I don't think it's a serious push, but it could turn into one. Those Stalkers need to get out. Good pullback, gets a Marine for free, doesn't lose anything. Already slowing the move out. Remember, Clem pushing out pre-stim means you should be able to pick off quite a few Marines if you micro this correctly, but Astrea wasn't watching, and he doesn't know stim isn't ready, so he kind of lets him go there. Liberator rotating right now, those Stalkers not there. Clem abusing his multitasking advantage, trying to really punish Astrea for not having greatest player of all time mechanics. But Dorm's here. Oh, he says, who's getting punished now? Who's getting punished now, Terran player? That's right. Everyone turns into Artosis when they play StarCraft in my mind, guys. Nice cleanup of that. Only lost 1 probe, but a lot of mining time to the lib was frustrating. But the observer usage for Astrea has been so bloody fantastic, and that's really what's going well for him. So Astrea's got storm control. He's got a third up. He's got +1 on the way. But Clem's not all in. Third command center, 4th and 5th barracks side. He's set up for a longer game as well. Neither side is just like, oh, I've got to get you. And obviously we know Astrea wants to get to that point where he can make a billion High Templar. Right now they're all still on one control group. He hasn't gone for the spready to the gods just yet. He's still just going for the hero micro. For those who don't know, hero micro, very, very high level. What you want to do is you want to clump these as much as possible so a single EMP can land on all of them. It's just how you assert dominance. It's basically how you show the Terran player you're not afraid of their EMPs, right? It's kind of like, you guys know how the advice is, if you're ever in a fight, you should always let the other guy punch you in the face 3 times before the fight starts to show that you're not afraid of him. It's the Mike Perry approach to bare knuckle boxing. And if you are born with the genetics of an absolute god who apparently has a brain that is already shaken so much it can't be shaken anymore, it works out. I'm not going to say it's the best micro long term, and I do hope Astrea fixes that by spreading those out once ghosts hit the field. But right now there's no ghosts, so it's not really that big of a threat. And now, Clem getting sieged, adding that quick Ghost Academy before 4th Command Center, of course. Oh, is Astrea actually going to commit? He's got Robo Bay coming in and a Forge. Remember, the lack of disruptors also hurt Astrea in that last game, right? So because Clem got so good at spamming EMPs and snipes, at a certain point, just having 1 or 2 disruptors in the army to stop the ghosts on the front and shoot at them would have been really nice. Zealot, Stalker, High Templar running around. Bio. Did he just get a Prism? What's all that Bio doing in the natural? Prism comes in from this side. Looks like he did a Storm Drop, did he? Was thinking about it with the turret and the Bio there. Does defend just A-okay. Double eBay Armory on the way. No doubt a 4th Command Center will be coming in soon as well. And there we go. That's that 4th Command Center. EMP for Clem takes out the Observer. And now Astrea, he's going to take a 5th base up the top. His 4th is already mining. 2nd Robo's on the way. Does the spready begin, guys? Ghosts are going to be out soon. Oh, he's done. He's done. You guys know he loves his little Cliff Templar. He's got 2 High Templar and a Prism. He's got 1 High Templar on the Cliff. I think we'll see a few more start to spread out as this game goes. Yep, 2 more back here. Any down here in the main? No. None down there just yet. But he's got the Pylon Ring of Vision as well. So Astrea's got cannons and batteries starting on these bases. He's already got more than maxed out supply available. More High Templar warping in. The earlier you warp them in, the more energy they can have. Remember, one of the keys we saw with this style is those High Templar sometimes hang around so long that you can do 2 feedbacks and a Psy Storm, which is kind of insane, right? So if you can just, remove the energy from 2 ghosts and storm the army, it's such a beautiful combo. Because I don't think there's a cooldown on feedback at all, right? Maybe there is. Oh, feedback's a few medevacs. But he loses the prism. Clem's micro too good. Astrea gets a little bit fancy. But look at this. Oh, you're moving out? Astrea? He needs to either recall that army right now or counterattack. Dude, if he sent the Zealots in, he could have punished him. Astrea way too slow to respond to this. Oh god, he's got a few Cliff Templar. Does get a decent storm, a few feedbacks. Another storm comes in. Another feedback on a medevac and a great storm on that army. Oh, me, oh my. Clem's shoving it right now. Zealot counter does go in the 3rd base. Starts to evict those workers. The army finally gets back here, but his High Templar are lagging behind a little bit. He's got to defend this base. Does Astrea. Clem pushing pretty hard. His bio army is very wounded. Guardian Shield comes forward as well. The tank mind spready really nice. EMP's landing, but there's a full energy High Templar coming in. Full energy High Templar does land a storm before it gets sniped down. 2 more full energy High Templar coming in. 3 from the top left side. And Clem needs to get out of here. He's got to get out. He's been busy at home at the same time. I don't know how he micros both of these at the same time. That's always the thing. Whenever I look at these, I'm like, how are you controlling both without just eating the craziest storms? But he does get a storm on his face at the end. The Stalker's also going to take out at least one of those Vikings. And Astrea does defend his 3rd base. 5 bases still intact for Astrea. 4th base now establishing for Clem. Clem going for the 2-2, the ship weapons, and continuing to pump out units. Double Forge is there for Astrea, but he hasn't really used it too much. +3 attacks on the way. He's a little gas-starved. How many High Templar does he have? The biggest problem in these sort of situations is he's lost a lot of his High Templar spread. So he's got to painstakingly spread these Cliff Templar all around the map. Pig, how's your mum? Thanks. Thanks, Lilyhammer. I appreciate it. Hopefully not getting Lilyhammered too hard. I don't know. My mom's doing great. Appreciate you guys. How's your mom doing? I hope she's doing well. Also, it's very nice of you to ask about my mom. That's great. Well done, Twitch chat. +3 attacks on the way. Ship weapons as well. 5th command center. We've got +3 attack, +2 armor, a few Colossus as well. And right now, Clem's down in supply. Astrea's been on 5 base. Clem kind of needs to turtle up here and chill out a little bit. And the question is, what does Astrea do from here? Now, notice he's building cannon battery back here. I actually think he should be building cannon battery here, guys. And the reason is, I feel like inevitably, you're almost maxed. You should be going Tempest from here. Even if you just get like 4 Tempests, maybe 5, 6 at most. And if you can get cannon battery in this area and down here, you can control the entire map. Because if you control the center, it's like basic chess theory. If you control the center of the board, you have more options in terms of choosing which direction you go, right? Same in StarCraft. It's not that complicated, right? If you control the center of the battlefield, you know, basic military stuff. I would like to see cannon battery out there. Whereas back here only helps if the fighting goes to that corner. Ideally, the fighting never goes there. A couple cannons and batteries, 1 High Templar there's good. But maybe a bit more than he needs. Now, keep in mind, mass command centers on the way. There's only 3 orbitals, but there's 2 more building. And one of the big things I was saying is Astrea should try to get work done before there's 13 orbitals. Now, there's 2 High Templar. They're very clumped, but each one has maxed out energy. And does he have more High Templar behind? 2 more Reserve Templar coming in, and a Cliff Templar down there as well. So he's got a bunch of High Templar scattered around the map. He's got so many! He's got so many, and he's going to keep denying mining here, looking to try and get some storms. EMP does take out the Observer. There's not that many EMPs, though. And Clem, +2 ship weapons is on the way. But he doesn't quite have the full late game stuff. He's moving very far north. I think he's expecting Astrea to rotate, but he doesn't quite have the information on that. 5 base Terran now with a Prism about to breach his main base. When you're maxed out, a Prism in the main warping in Zealots is very annoying. But Astrea is also maxed, so he can't warp in. Colossus come forward, pick up a few SCVs. Oh, those SCVs go back to mining a little bit early, but Astrea not able to take advantage. No plasma shields or +3 armor just yet. Looks like he's going for Observer movement speed, kicking in a moment. Another Observer goes down, but as long as Astrea just keeps pumping Observers like he did in the last game, it makes it really hard for Clem to ever get that information advantage until he's got massive count of orbitals. Now he's going to fly up here with his quad drop that he split away, go past the Prism. Colossus continuing to deny mining and just being frustrating to play against. High Templar does throw sort of a zoning storm there, sets that turret on fire. These Vikings still sharking around looking for the opening. Quad drop up north. You'd think 40 supply of Terran would do well, but this is why he built all this cannon battery. High Templar coming forward. Feedbacks try to go down. He does an energy recharge after a few feedbacks. High Templar comes with the flank as well. Another storm goes down. And another storm goes down. It's so obnoxious. It's so obnoxious. They're everywhere. He's like, yep, better replace the ones that died as well. Good luck moving on to this map. And you got to realize that's a very small amount of Protoss supply that can deflect these armies. This is absolutely ridiculous. I love that Shin beat Clem with the Infestor ambush style, and now we have the Storm ambush style, where it's like, if I just have Storms hidden everywhere, let's do it, man. Colossus goes down. I don't think losing one Colossus matters. I think 4 or 3 Colossus might be better. But look at this. He's going to come down here. Lands a good EMP on those 2 High Templar. Luckily, he's got a full energy High Templar right behind it. Another High Templar there. Bunch of Storms go down. Units lost tab is in favor of Astrea by 2,000 right now, guys. And Clem, he's like, okay, I like to move my army around and micro it and get advantages. And Astrea's just like, no. And he's like, well, no. Like, I mean, surely that's like part of the game. And Astrea's just, no. And Clem's like, I mean, come on. At some point, it's going to become micro interactions, dancing back and forth. Lots of cool stuff going on. And it's just going to be, nah. Astrea's like, I'm going to build 40 cannons next to your base. Okay, this is cool. This is actually cool. I do think going for the middle would have been better, because he could have already denied this base. And if you deny this base and then start to move your cannons forward, I get there's a ledge, but I think you can actually do really well, because it kind of isolates this base, right? I do also think Zealot counters up here could be really nice as well. But Astrea, he's not really trying to be active. He's trying to like do this in the most layered, turtley World War I style ever, where he's like, we build a line of trenches, we push forward 100 meters, we build another line of trenches. We push forward another 100 meters, we build another line of trenches. You're like, oh my, really? Just that's it? He's like, yep, inch by inch, until the soil is soaked in Terran blood. Yeah, he's basically doing, yeah, he's just full attrition at this point. Just create little defenders advantages all around the map with these High Templar, have the observers for spotting, and just make it so hard for him to move anywhere. Look at this. He's like, oh, I better go do some lib harass. That's a nice way to harass. 5 Stalkers happen to be on the path. Astrea gets nice and lucky there. Oh, Colossus get jumped on by EMP. Loses an Immortal at Colossus and a few High Templar. Marauders and Ghosts go down, but Clem's so good at starting a fight and then disengaging and healing. Does lose that Ghost, though. Libs aren't quite sieged yet. Does he not have lib range? He does have lib range now. The Planetary should be able to defend this bottom right side for now. Tempest coming in, +1 air weapons, Tectonic Destabilizers. Still no +2 plasma shields, but I think that's okay. Astrea's doing pretty good in the micro engagements, so as long as he eventually adds those, it would be good. And obviously with mass EMP on the field, it's not like it's the biggest priority, is it? I do like that there's no Mothership this time, since there's not a great usage for it. He does have 23 Zealots. I think if he attacks with this army up here and just kills some bunker and depots and just forces more units to that side, would be really nice. A lot of mining has been delayed on this base. You see those SCVs just idling. This base also losing mining. So, you know, Clem's kind of up against the wall, but every second that goes by, he builds more orbitals. Guys, he's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 11. 11 orbital command centers, which means the Iron Bank is complete. Clem has unlimited mules, unlimited scans. He can see the entire map. He's cleaning out observers everywhere. He's trying to push back Astrea's vision, but Astrea has surveillance mode, which is one of the hugest buffs to the observer, right? Its ability to get a few extra vision points means it's often just outside of scan range. And oh no, Clem goes for a triple drop. Oh, he's gonna lose all 3 drop ships. Welcome to D-Town, mother trucker. 3 full drops, 30 supply of dead Tyranno. That is brutal. Dude, this is huge. 4,000 resources in favor of Astrea right now. This is where you want to pounce and win the game, guys. You get an advantage. This is when Astrea has to push. I'm just kidding. The only thing that he's pushing right now is Clem slowly out of this game due to frustration. High Templar coming forward, slowly trying to just encroach on his territory. And once he gets a few Tempests, he'll try to siege this base. But I think Astrea's happy to just like split the map essentially. Try to mine some of these middle bases if he can and see what he can get done. High Templar comes forward. It may get focused, but the Marine Marauder, a few of those will go down for that, but he's got to be careful. The nuke. Pull the probes. All right, 1 probe, a pylon, and an assimilator. Not the biggest nuke of all time by any means, but notice how there is a big bioforce up north, forced to defend that 3rd base. Clem is going to deny this one, and one has to wonder, oh no, he's gone Mama. Oh, Astrea has gone Mama. Didn't he build Tempest, guys? Oh, he cancelled his Tempest. He's going double air upgrades, shields, and Dark Shrine right now. Oh, he goes for a Prism Warp in the main. Libs and Ghosts will deal with it. He has to pick up and fly away. Libs are going to chase him, though. Yeah, you can't hang there. Libs are anti-air units. Oh, Clem pulls them away. Astrea goes right back in. He's like, lol, 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 I'm still here. But, of course, the Vikings and Ghosts will come back. Building armor on the way as well for Clem. Very useful upgrade. +2 armor on those buildings as the game goes on. There we go. He's finally doing the cannon battery in the middle. I think he should have done this much earlier. I think taking the middle is always the biggest thing on any of these maps, especially this map. Zealot Stalker running in. He's going to force a big reaction. I think he's got to just storm and run away. Yeah, good pullback here. He doesn't get the feedback. The Ghost does get the snipe. Storm! Massive damage on the Vikings, but 2 more Colossus go down. There's only 1 Colossus left. Observer goes down as well. And this is maybe a problem for Astrea. I don't think this map up here is necessarily one he should expand to. Mass snipe on the Zealots! But they do get out of vision before the scan lands. Observer does go down. Where's his army, guys? Astrea's army doesn't exist. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh, is he mean-girling this? Is he trying to do this? The limit does not exist? This doesn't even make any sense. He's on 90 probes. I get he has a big bank, but I think this is Astrea's strategy isn't to ever win the fight. He just wants to mine as much as he can. And once he has like 30,000 resources in the bank, then he'll throw his probes away and make army. But right now he's like, I have a mothership, a bunch of Stalker Zealots, 1 Colossus, and just High Templar cannons and batteries. Because cannons don't cost supply, dickhead. And that's essentially what he's doing, right? He's going to come forwards, try to jump on this army. Those flanking Storms actually doing really well. I can't believe he's going to even push this army back. Dude, that was sick. The High Templar are getting really good efficiency right now. The Vikings can't really chase this down because of Storm and Stalkers. Cannon's going to go down, but the Zealots will punish for it. 3 cannons, a battery, and a pylon, but the Ghost does go down. Nukes aren't free either. Ghost's chasing. He's angry, man. Oh, Mama time warps it. She's like, yeah. And he's like, that doesn't change snipe at all. That changes regular attack and movement speed. Doesn't really change the snipe. Nuke from the high ground right now. And this is why you need Tempest Storm down here. If you want to hold this position, Astrea, of course, wisely going to cancel those for now. He has an immense amount of minerals. 90 probes I do think is too many for this stage. I think about 70 would be more than enough as long as he transfers probes to his forward bases. And if he can just deny this base and then maybe deny the bottom right at some point, that would be huge. But look at that, Clem. Dude, Clem put in a corner, but no one puts Clem in the corner. Clem's going to break out of this corner, deny this base again. And he's denying that top base at the same time. Not only that, oh, how many Ghost Academies? He's got 4 Ghost Academies, guys. So he's actually got a good amount of nukes. He can bank up 4 nukes at a time. He's going to nuke from the high ground. There is a Zealot, a High Templar, and Mama. Can they deal with it? He's going to storm the Ghost. Does manage to save that base from the nuke. Nicely done. Observers here. Barely doesn't get caught by the scan. You can see it's just there. High Templar in vision. Where's those storms? Holy mother of storms. Oh, Lord bejesus. Oh, my golly Josh. That was a lot of damage on those Vikings, but as long as they can get back and repair, it's okay. And the nuke's going to zone. Clem, you know you got to repair these bad boys. You know you got to... Yes, okay. He's going to pull the SCVs for a big auto repair maneuver. Kind of hard here because there's not a lot of room to get under them, but they will eventually repair some of these. Very hard to micro when there's that many damaged air units. Tempest coming forward. Going to take out a Medivac. Might be time to try and snipe this base. That base very heavily damaged. Remember, with Tectonic Destabilizers, you do 80 damage a shot to these buildings, which means it's going to disappear almost instantaneously. Beautiful move there for Astrea. Units lost have still 3,500 in favor of Astrea. His army now 9 Tempests. Now, I would normally say that's far too many, but if you have 4,000 cannons, Storms defending it, maybe that's the right way to do it. Just have enough Tempests to actually kill planetaries, delete Vikings or Libs if they come in range, and as long as you got Storm to stop the Terran jumping on top of you, it might actually be okay. 11 more cannons are building right now. Dude, Clem's just got to be like, this is obnoxious. But Astrea's like, hey man, does drop a nice Storm there. Tempest's doing really well. Dude, this game is making me really think my idea of we need to buff the Disruptor, I think is absolutely solid. Oh no, he's getting jumped on though. Oh no, Astrea. He didn't have enough Storms and Stalkers to defend it. All of his Tempests get jumped on. Does it matter though? Because he's killing the base and he's got so much more money. And he just remaxes on ground might actually be the way to play it, especially if you can't down those Vikings. Those Vikings so damaged. There's an army coming in from behind. The High Templar there do get jumped on, but they morph into an arc on Stalkers. Single Tempest Zealots chasing after this army. So many damaged air units. And Clem, he's trying to rebuild right now. He's trying to make 5 medevacs. Maybe not the priority. He's actually still got 6 medevacs alive. He's only got 8 barracks, but he does have 3 of those starports. And I wonder if going libs is the play now. Clem's going to try and float a command center out, but I don't think he can defend that. This base he can't defend. This base is really hard to defend. This is always the problem on ley lines, is if Protoss controls the middle, it's so hard to take those center bases. This is the same problem Zergs have been having in this matchup for a while. Obviously, Astrea famously took a really impressive map against several at the start of the year on this map. Same sort of scenario. Storms go down, but the Ghosts sniping the High Templar and the Observers. The Stalker, Zealot, High Templar trying to take out some of these Ghosts. He blinks forward. He's like, dude, I will pay 4 Zealots for every Ghost. I do not care. Ghosts are expensive and annoying, and I know you're broke. 4 carriers are on the way right now. Oh, Astrea's going carriers. Carriers are one of these units, guys, that are so frigging A-movie. It is like the noob's answer to every situation is make carriers. Are they good against Clem? I have no idea. I feel like Viking Ghost should be able to deal with it with perfect micro, but right now Clem's kind of just, he doesn't have enough money. And the mass DT comes in. 10 Dark Templar, blink into the bottom right side. It might have been even more than that. It looks like he's already lost 4. It was 13 Dark Templar. Takes out a planetary. The libs weren't ready in time. And this is a huge problem because Clem's economy, it's on its last legs already. He's got 13 orbitals. If he can secure a base, he can mine it out instantaneously, but he just can't secure bases right now. His orbital's being forced to lift. These Dark Templar need to get out of here, though. You don't want to be losing your Dark Templar. It's a lot of money, but Astrea apparently is very rich right now and is not even blinking away. Does he not have... He doesn't have Dark Templar blink! Oh, no! Okay, he doesn't have Dark Templar blink just yet. 4 carriers around, 3 more building. He's building another forge for some reason. I don't know why he's building another forge. That has to be a misclick. More storms going down, taking out a few of these Vikings. Does he have more High Templar in reserve? He's got 3 High Templar up to the left of here, but his spready is not as good as it was at the start of this game. He needs to bring those High Templar forward. The game's getting kind of panicky. Clem trying to dive on top and punish him. We need to see these High Templar spread and turn into Cliff Templar again. If he can spread them out, it's going to once again create these no-go areas. And if he can keep trickling in Zealots and stuff maybe on the counter while just holding the north, it'll be really good. But Astrea, he's going to give up the north and go south. Oh my god, he's going to give up the north and go south. How many cannons has he lost in this game, by the way? Nexus goes down. He's lost 32 cannons and 8 batteries. Honestly, I thought it was more than that. Stalker's coming in. They're going to take out the Liberator down here. Orbital is going to be getting evicted. SCV's going down to the Archon Stalker. Nice moves here for Astrea, but he's losing bases up top. He does have a Cliff Templar, doesn't have energy right now. It's going to get sniped down. Nice move. There's another High Templar up to the left with the cannons and the High Templar. Clem's just like, nope, I don't know if I can fight that. He's going to try and defend back here, but the Vikings are heavily damaged, and once those interceptors get launched, they are going to do really well. They're with 2-2 right now. They don't have +3 just yet. The planetary is about to fall. 1 carrier goes down, but if you get in range, remember, carriers outrange Vikings. Not for the initial attack. To launch the interceptors, it's 8 range, but once they're launched, they have 12 leash range. So as long as they're already launched, you can put them on another target. But he accidentally pulls them back inside the carrier while he's withdrawing, and that's when Clem wants to chase him down because those interceptors aren't launched, and the Vikings with their 9 range can outrange them. The air units are getting hammered. Astrea's engagement, not particularly pretty. Ghost, oh, nice storm comes in from the flank, but it doesn't land on everything. Is there enough? So many Zealots coming in. He's got 18 gate Zealot reinforce. Another High Templar comes in from that top left side. Mama's in here trying to land on top. The carriers, the Colossus, the Zealots, the Stalkers. And it looks like it's enough for Astrea to finally overwhelm and push Clem back. Trading better than Clem? And apparently the answer is static defense. Cannon and Storm is the name of the game. And Astrea has just found a way to win by sieging his opponent. He went full Battle of Elysia here. He went full Caesar. He's just like, I'm going to build a wall around you. It's your job to break out. Clem, funnily enough, is a Frenchman, so it makes sense that he could be Vercingetorix. You know, he could be the Gallic leader. He's like, no, we've just got to wait for the orbital reinforcements to come before we try to break out. Let him build the cannon battery storm spread, and once that storm spread he gets up, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Trying to attack these Protoss fortifications, man. What can I say? Silly Terrans. You know, these Protoss are just trying to bring civilization to you dirty, mouth-breathing, mouth-talking, orifice-using, sub-Protoss species. And yet, you just don't realize that the value that Protoss is bringing to your society. Okay, Storm does land, but the rest of his High Templar getting hammered. That High Templar does come forward. 1 Colossus goes down. He's trying to rebuild cannons here for the 57th time. Zealots in the north. He's got Zealots coming in from that side as well. Clem's income right now could best be described as the sort of trickle when you think you're done peeing and you're about to zip up, but then you don't, and you go, oh, well, wait a second. And then like it just like one little spurt comes out afterwards, and you go, oh, okay. You know, if you're in a bit of a hurry sometimes, you know, you almost pee on yourself. You're like, that's essentially the you know, the thing. On the other hand, Astrea is, he's got a Niagara Falls level of flow. Where is his income, his amount of bank right now? I mean, we are talking about the gushing of all gushing. We are talking about if you stand in the stream of Astrea's mineral and gas income right now, you will literally have your body torn asunder. You wouldn't think, you know, money can't kill, water can't kill. When it's at that force, yes, it can. Yes, it absolutely can. Clem, though, I gotta say, for a guy who's got nothing but a few spurts coming out, you know, coughing up a little bit of dog water at this point is essentially all he's got left. And he's still making this really, really intense. I'm like, how are you still killing Protoss units? You're so dead. He's like, this is my base now. This is my base. My name's Clem. Now, to be fair, Astrea's obviously just not got a max out yet. He's got 10 High Templar coming in, Mass Zealot Stalker, a random Colossus from the south, Time Warp to zone out the units, the Bio, and, of course, Cliff Templar. Cliff Templar doesn't quite have energy yet. He doesn't quite have energy. The Ghosts come forward. They're going to snipe the Cliff Templar. Cliff Templar is now a dead Templar, but there's new cannon battery High Templar down there. The bottom right side bases have been evicted for Clem. These two top bases are everything. He's going to try and push in. The best defense is the best offense. That is Clem's entire philosophy, but we'll see what he can get done. Astrea's not maxed out. I mean, he could just make more Zealot Stalker, I think, and maybe overwhelm this. Maybe not the ideal strategy, but definitely an option. We're going to see a double drop go down to the bottom right. Astrea's trying to steal that base, sending a Zealot forth as well to deny this one. It is 19 Marines, 8 Ghosts, 3 Marauders, 13 Vikings, and the desperate dream of a dead Frenchman. Astrea lands a storm. He's got 14,000 resources to work with. I absolutely slaughtering air with storms, with cannons, with stalkers, having a bloody good old time. And it really feels like, you know, often I say Clem doesn't let his opponents play StarCraft because he just attacks, gets in their face, disrupts their build, and then they're just like 2 steps behind and they're just reacting the whole game. And it doesn't feel like you ever get to do a lot when you play Clem. Astrea has found a way to reverse that script. He has built a base across the entire map. The man, how many cannons do we have on the map right now? We have 40 cannons on the map. 35 have died, and a whole bunch got nuked while they were building or killed while they were building. Dozens of them. He's basically said, you get stuck in the naughty corner. You get to sit there and walk into storms for 3 days straight. Have fun with that, mate. You might be the highest level skill player in the world right now, but I understand the power of cannons and Psystorm. Stalkers come forward, get a Viking, he blinks back. He's got disruptors here. Ghosts have got to be really wary of those. Ball goes out. Oh, he goes for the double ball. Maybe not my favorite. High Templar is going to protect him with Storm, though. Don't really want to chase into that. Another good Storm. Clem trying to chase. He's like, it's cool, man. I'm on 90 supply of Copium. A true Terran player doesn't leave until they're good and ready, guys. Basically, yeah. They have a very Gandalf attitude towards being on time, to leaving on time. A Terran player leaves precisely when he intends, and that's 7 minutes after he's dead. Double feedback. Stalkers snipe down the drop. Clem's last army, I think, realizes how desperate this is. And Astrea, with the disruptor, drops another ball on his face. And, I mean, at this point, Astrea's been dropping trow and unloading balls for a good while. And I think mixing those in, more cannons and batteries in the middle of the map, as well as getting more assertive and getting more damage done before the mass orbital up, all made really big differences in this game. I don't know if the Mothership really helped that much. She definitely had some good time warps, and she tanks really well. She's 700 hit points, right? 700 hit points is a pretty crazy amount of hit points. It's not bad at all. Dark Templar does come in. Gonna do some little blinky blinkies. He's like, you can't see me. Tempest gonna try and pick off on the north side as well. Dude, I really feel like Clem's in his happy place right now. Do you guys just feel it? I don't know if you guys ever watched Clem's stream. The great thing about Clem is I have seen him both like punching his desk in disgust, looking so incredibly tilted, while also playing what, if I was just looking at the gameplay, looks like flawless play. Now, wait. 0 APM. Wait. Did Clem just go to... He's become a proper Terran player. He's AFKing in the main. He's become a proper Terran player. Oh my god. Guys, Astrea's done it. Astrea just turned the world champion into a molding Gold League player. He just added, like, Clem's like the world champion right now. And he's literally, this is not coping. This is seething times 1,000. He's just like, wow, you built cannons outside my base. This is so fun. This is so fun. Like Clem right now is in his chair and he's just like, and he's like metamorphosizing and like he's becoming more like slightly hunched over and like vulture shaped. And he's like, wow, StarCraft's the superior game. Rogue is the greatest of all time. Tasteless is my best friend. And I'm like, oh my God, he's metamorphosizing into Artosis. He's actually, yeah, he's AFKing in the, this is crazy. This is wild. There's a bit of APM. So he's clicked something recently. I think he's looking around the map in disgust. His screen's over here. We can see his screen on the minimap. He's just looking over here right now. Oh my gosh. Wow. He comes back to GG. Like, you know when someone says like, thank you, but they're like, thank you. That's essentially what that good game was. That was not a good game. That was a good game. There's so much subtext. All right, guys, so thankfully Harston was streaming this one live, so we have the post-game chatter. They got into the lobby for game 3, and Astrea said, go, go. Clem said, 1 second, I'm eating. I deserve a break after that game. Actually, 1 sec for me also, says Astrea. Clem says, I didn't think, you unlocked a new level of fun I didn't think StarCraft had. Nobody knew before yesterday, says Coca. Astrea said, yeah, I've never experienced such joy before. And you know Astrea has a big grin on his face as well. He's like, yeah. Clem said, I believe that. All right, ready. Good luck, have fun. Like, you just, the rage just radiating off Clem in that whole interaction is fantastic. Because I know he kind of has like a wry smile. He knows he's being unreasonable and angry, but also he's like, F you, that style was disgustingly effective. GG, well played to Astrea. He just turned our world champion of StarCraft into a Gold League player on the ladder. The only thing missing was floating the buildings. And honestly, Clem, if you're watching this, I just want to say I'm a little disappointed. You went 90% of the way there. Next time, just go the whole way. Just float the command center, move it to the corner of the map, and tell him to go fuck himself. Please do that next time. It just would have been, you know, you wrapped the present, put the bow on top of it. Put the bow on top of it, write the card, tuck it in under there. You were so close to giving us the perfect StarCraft moment, but just barely missed the mark. Thanks for watching, guys, and congrats, Astrea, for unlocking that level of frustration in Clem. GG, well played. You've discovered a truly disgusting way to play PvT. Well played, mate.